What's up, YouTube? It is so good to be back. In today's video, I have something super amazing. You know what? I have something super amazing every time I film, so I really hope you guys are just enjoying what I'm doing. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about fringe. And I've talked a lot about fringe, but fringe is really happening right now. I'm seeing a ton of people come in and request fringe, bangs. You know, I told you this joke about fringe and bangs in one of my other videos. I'm gonna spare you that.
Alrighty then.
I want to create more of a graphic fringe. And what I mean by that is more of an angular kind of fringe. And we've seen so much with, you know, curtain fringe and side swept fringe and straight fringe, but in today's video, I want to kind of go a little bit more graphic and a little more artistic, so it's gonna be super fun. So stay tuned, guys, it's coming right up.
Woo, woo, woo.
Took off my suit jacket so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, you know what, it's because I love you. So, right for you, girl.
I can't stay mad at you.
Healing hugs. Here we go. Oh God, finally, that feels so good.
So first off, what I want to do is we're going to find where this mannequin head naturally parts its hair. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be right here in this center area. Wherever you have a tendency to part your hair, you want to brush your hair all the way back and then just push that forward. That's called blousing. And what that'll do is that'll kind of find where your hair naturally wants to part. What I want to do from here is I want to find between, again, where this front area grows. And a lot of times you're going to find out, and I've talked about this multiple times in many videos, there's a little bone right here. If you follow that down, you're going to find where the hair naturally splits between front and back. So as you can see how I just did that in the front. Now what I want to do, I'm brushing this straight down, just like so, and then I'm going to push that right up. And you're going to see where this hair will naturally kind of part right there. Let's do that again. Just like that. Let's just look right above here, okay? Right here. You are going to see exactly that triangle, just like that. Now, that triangle, again, at the top of where that hair is parted, and a lot of times if you follow where that bone would be right there, would be right there, okay? So that's again where you find between the front and the side. So one of the things that I think that we really want to concentrate on is, as you can see right through here, is I'm actually going to be taking these into sub layers, just like that. And so you can see how with this fringe, it's much easier to do this in layers instead of doing it all in one fell swoop. So knowing that the hair kind of parts a little, I mean, we kind of part in the center, but I noticed it likes to kind of part on this side. So I'm going to do something a little bit more graphic, you know, knowing that it's going to part just a little bit on that side. So here we go. So coming right in through here, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to come all the way over right through here. And I'm just going to cut that straight down. As you can see, I'm going to be cutting it with a very blunt line, just like that. Now over here on this side, what I want to do is I want to take just a little bit of this section right through here, bring this around. I'm going to bring this around. You see that guide right here. So the short piece right there. And I'm just going to bring this around, not as far as that other side. I'm going to bring this around. I'm not going to go as steep either. So you can see that guide right there. All the way up to that point. So let me kind of show you here just really quick. I brought that in just like that. So now what we have here is when I say graphic fringe is that we've got almost like this off, you've got a longer side over through here, and you've got that shorter side right through there. So let's take this other section right through here, brush this straight down, and you can see, again, this is our highest point right through here. Take this over. See through that, and take this other little section right through here. Now, take that final section down. Now, a lot of these like little points we're gonna be cleaning up once we dry that. Now that we have that established right through here, this is gonna be fun, like super, super fun. Now, if you are looking to mix up your fringe, boom, this is the look. Ugh, muy bueno. This right here would be probably perfectly fine. If somebody was coming in and they're just like, man, I want a new look, this right here would be just fine. But come on, it's me. Let's take this a step further and just take it from ordinary to extraordinary. So layers.
Like onions.
Layers.
Layers!
I've been having tons of requests for layers in the salon, tons. Now, how would you layer something like this to really just complement this fringe? Well, luckily for you, I'm gonna show you. So, perfect. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna start off with a Mohawk section. And this Mohawk section is going to go, basically, Mohawk section, it's a Mohawk, right? We all know what a Mohawk is. I mean, if you're kind of young, you might not know. But anyways, yeah. Take this, and we can see this guide. This is the top portion of the fringe right through here. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna blend it. That's right. We're gonna blend it and make this just kind of come alive. A lot of times, if you're confused about where to start the layers, you can start them at the longest point of the fringe. And or you can even start it, and when I say the longest point, you can start it down through here at this portion. You could obviously, of course, it's asymmetrical. You could start that on that side as well. But that asymmetry in the fringe is really what's gonna tie this whole look in. And you'll see at the very, very end. Again, quit talking, Jake, just cut some hair, right? Like, I'm here to see some hair, hit the ground. All right, let's do this. I basically just blended that line just like that. I'm gonna take my next section right next to that because we're gonna be over directing everything up to that point. Well, you can see your guide right there. Just cut all that off. Perfect, just like that. Take your next section down from there, gather that whole top portion again, and then just brush that right back up. We're gonna look and see where that is. Boom, you can see that guide just right there. You're just connecting the dots, connecting the dots, connecting the dots.
Dippin' Dots rock.
Burst of cool, burst of flavor.
Take your next section down, which is gonna be the rest of the hair. Boom, look at that. All right, let's get that off of there. Get that off of there. Oh yeah. Man, It's pretty awesome when you love what you do, you know? I just love doing hair. I love it. And I love sharing it with you guys. So I hope you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, hey, let me know. Make a little comment, send some love, do a super thanks, whatever, guys. You know, I'm here for you. I want to make sure you have the most amazing hair possible, because hair is the most amazing accessory you will ever wear. I mean, let's just think about this. What's the one thing you're wearing when you're naked? Not your skin, of course, but your hair. You know, if your makeup's not done, you might not be wearing makeup. Your hair.
I wraps my hair around my bear and down the road I goes la 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 ba bum ba bum ba bum.
Sexy. It's gotta be sexy. So, again, just cut some hair, Jake. Let's do this.
Come on.
Cool. So you can see that guide just like that. Boom. Cut some off. Next guide. Just down from there. And we're taking these horizontal sections, guys. Horizontal sections. And these are horizontal sections this way. Bring this up. Boom. You can see that guide. Just like that. Cool. Cut it off. Boom. Then, take that next section up there.
Shit.
Whoa! Head's coming off. Got heads coming off up in here. Oh man! That was, I mean, that would be kind of scary if it happened to like a real person. Holy shnikes. All right, cool. Take this, bring it up. Yes, done. Get out of there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And again, I just, you know, this right here, up in here, once we get this, let's just dry it. All right, man. Let's dry this hair. Let's check it out. What we really need to do is really just make this come alive. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly clip a lot of this hair out of the way, really quick. Just gonna get that out of the way so we can really truly see what is happening with this fringe. I've talked about this many times. Now, when it comes down to your tools, right? Now, this right here is going to be kind of a chunker, right? This will actually take out close to 70%. The 70% versus like a normal blunt scissor is gonna take out 100, right? If you're cutting it straight across. The reason I want to use something like this is that it's going to help remove a lot of that weight, and I'm going to almost kind of reshape that fringe. The thing that I really kind of want you guys to understand here is that, number one, as we kind of start to look at this fringe, we've got these like lengths. Okay, now this is going to go back through here. This is actually still considered part of that layered portion. But as you look at, now we're going to be cutting all of this off right through here. But if you look at this length and this length, right, this is going to be ending about the high cheekbone right through here, and this is going to be ending about the mid jaw right through there. What I like to do is that I always take, for example, and I put the blade underneath. Now, as I'm cutting right through here, put that blade, because wherever that blade is at, that's where the line is going to be. And so I always want to put that underneath. Now, because we're blending a blunt line here and a blunt line there, we need to soften out that line. And that's what we're doing. And as you can see how I'm doing this, it instantly is just kind of softening that up. Super nice. And I'm just chipping right into it. Chip, 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 chip. Just kidding. I'm actually going to start to cut up a little bit higher, because again, I want to start to see some of that eye coming through there. So what I want to do here is I want to basically start point cutting these, just like so. And I really just want to arc this right above her right eye. And I'm really just kind of starting to point cut right into here. And I really just want to emphasize the asymmetry of these fringe. This length is not part of the, so I'm just going to push that back, get that out of the way. Point cut slightly right into it. Cool. And really just kind of soften up that line. So now that we've got that asymmetrical fringe happening right there in front, you see how that's a nice, nice statement piece. You go to pull that up, and she's got this really super cool asymmetrical kind of fringe happening right there in front that arcs up more on her left eye. Sorry, I said right eye before. I was totally off. Sammy, Swanson. Look on the briefcase. Samsonite, I was way off. You don't know what that's from? I don't know if we can be friends.
No, wait.
No, sir, don't drink. You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
So now what I want to do, because again, as we finished blow drying that, and as you can see how those layers really just kind of start to create this cool amount of volume. Now to keep going with the asymmetry, because we kind of had that off-center Mohawk, just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't too crazy, but just a little bit. Now what we want to do, because you can see how the angles of our sectioning right through there, what I want to do now is that I'm going to go through and I'm just going to kind of hit that on the end. So what I mean by this is that you can take these sections, take those up, and then now what we're going to do is you're going to hit it once, and then hit it again in the middle, then hit it again. So what you're doing is you're just creating this softness throughout those layers. And it just makes it to where, you know, because again, if it's super blunt, I mean, it can be super blunt. There's no problem with something being super blunt. But if you want to add just a little bit more texture, you can do that. And this is kind of how I like to do this. Because with these mannequin heads, the shorter you cut them, the more they just, you know, they just get thicker towards the root. Most people's hair actually does get thicker towards the root. That just actually happened. And I just cut off a long piece because I missed it. You know what I mean? I like to think I'm perfect. I'm not. So, but the thing about it, which is nice, is that you're starting to see some of that texture come through on those ends. You can kind of see through that just a little bit. And that's why essentially when I start cutting something at the end, I'm really just kind of putting my signature on this haircut and making it kind of come alive how I would do in the salon, depending on what kind of hair texture my client has. If she has a lot of hair, then yeah, I might be doing a lot of texturizing like this. But again, this all comes down to consultation, guys, right? Because again, when really, you know, and I hear on so many comments from you guys that are really just so many people that are unhappy with their hair, or they've had a bad experience with a hairdresser, or whatever it may be. And a lot of times it just comes down to miscommunication. The stylist isn't truly hearing what the customer wants. And then the customer is, you know, what their expectation is. It's really all about communication. And when anybody new comes to see me, I just really want to kind of find out where they're at. Like, how are they sitting? Do they like their hair? Do they not like their hair? And what can I do to make their hair the most amazing hair possible? Since this mannequin head doesn't have any say, I'm gonna tell her what she wants. Anyways, it's all focused in the fronts. You've got fringe focused, then you've got layers bouncing off the top of that longest portion of that layer. And then basically everything's brought up horizontal from that, slightly off center, just a little bit, to create that texture. Let's put some product in here. Look how freaking cool this is. I love it. Seriously, man, I'm so excited. I get so excited when I do things that are just, I get so excited when things turn out. No, I'm just kidding. Things usually turn out 99.9% of the time. YouTube family, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're looking for something new that involves showing off your face more, which there's so many beautiful people out there, and you guys are beautiful people for just watching my channel, so thank you guys. At the end of the day, my name is Jake Thompson Hair. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We've got more videos and more content coming up. It's gonna be freaking awesome. We'll see you guys in the next video.